Days
Not
like
before
this
ever
would
happens
be
here,
glad to be
anyhow.
alive.
Naught import ever happens here, anyhow.
I must earn people's faith.
Our soldiers need better training.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Right at last.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
What say we gather some information?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
I dare say you don't belong here. Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
As I've said, my husband has left to slay a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I can't tell you when he'll return, so you'd best visit us another day, sir. Oh, Sir Ludolf, you say? Aye, we're acquainted. He's been coming around oft of late. As I recall, his visit started just before Gregor was given his new assignment. Why are you asking me about him? Does this have aught to do with my husband? What? No. You mean... not my Gregor? Sir Arisen, I beg of you, you must save my husband. You will be repaid, I swear it. No amount of gold can compare to his life. Just please, save him. Oh, thank goodness. Pray, go to him at once. My husband's life is in your hands, sir.
We must fly to the aid of those in need.
Not sure why I patrol it.
This ladder can take us to new... heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Hoi, friend! Have any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, 'twas a revelation. For it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Right you are.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Something good will come of the day. I just know it.
Smells divine. Well met, sir.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Gotta take opportunity.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of rest. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
This inspires naught but welcome.
I'll not stand for this.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by Master Storyteller.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest. Will this take long? I've ought to be doing.
Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my speciality.
Lots to do. My feet always loyalty's just another way to save your own skin.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard. Rentar, be sure to avoid open flame.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.